Hello, hello. My name is King Her. This is episode 15 of LiveWell SleepWell. 30-minute I do 30-minute podcasts here on YouTube and Spotify, and 10 minutes if you're here on social. Post every day at 12 p.m. Hopefully, but we'll see. All platforms. At least that's the idea. But like I said, I want to do record mornings and post it all up. But so far, I've been really late, so it's like not being posted till like 4, and then the full video not till like 7, 8. So I'm not sure. But I'm doing recording the day of because it seems to be a lot easier or more authentic or more like keeping myself accountable and feels more correct for the day. But if it doesn't work out, I'll just go back to recording the night before and posting it because that's been giving me the most best consistency. But doing it this way, I feel like it's a lot more a workflow. If it's like it makes it easier to fit into my workflow, but I also think that if I do it record the night before, then it's like it's been giving me the best results because it's kind of hard to wake up morning and then do it because also just getting tired or waking up doing the podcast. And also I got migraines last time I did that, so I'm a little scared of it, but should be okay. Anyways, all about consistency, all about giving myself that practice. If it challenging myself to wake up early and record the episode and make things happen. Of course, today I woke up around 11, but I was just kind of playing games, chilling until 1, and then ate a little bit of snack, and then now it's 2:40. Yeah, about like 2:40, almost 2:40. So recording this 30-minute podcast and making things happen. Anyways, it's nice. Hope that your day is going well. My day is going all right for the most part. I want to get more music done today. Maybe get out a dance video, but we'll see how my energy level is feeling and also how things are flowing. Of course, I have meetings today too, so we're going to get that finished too. If anything, I'll just hop on my music today, get as much as I can done. Yesterday, I was really slow at hopping on my music, though I did end up hopping onto my music around 9 and getting a good amount done. I wasn't able to hop on as quick as I wanted to. And that's just because yesterday I was just like kind of just wanting to like sit back and be in my feelings, or just kind of relax a little bit more. Because always be on the move, but always gotta remember to relax too. But of course, I also gotta get on top of my work, get things done. So try not to relax too much too. And I also just think of it more like, it's not about how long you work, it's about how much you can get done. It's like, if you work 4 hours, but you get a little bit done. But if you can work 2 hours and get the same amount of work done, that's great. So, it's not about how long you work. It's more about what you do when you're, in that time frame and things like that. So even though I started at 9, I finished like around, I think, 11 or 10. Yeah, like 11. But then within those 2 hours, I was able to get a lot done in terms of just recording some lines, picking how I want to attack the song. Of course, if I had more time or if I was more disciplined, I probably could have got the whole thing done that day. But it's all good, keeping myself accountable. Of course, I want to do it better, but it happens. So just gotta make sure that I'm getting today's work done, and then the next time, getting it better, and just keeping myself accountable that I'm getting things done and I'm not making it too slow. Anyways, but that's about that. So far though, everything's been going well. It's just I've been feeling more hungry as I'm trying to drop weight, or not trying to, as I'm dropping weight to 138, 140 around there. I'm like right now consistently, I'm like 142. Yeah, like around 142, 143, around that range right now. Consistently. So I'm projecting like probably the end of this week, which is like the beginning of next, or this coming month. I think I'll be closer to 140 if I keep going with the diet I'm going, and just like dropping weight, keep dropping it till I hit 140 or 138. But yeah, I've been feeling more hungry than usual, wanting to break away from my diet, eating sweets, as I'm trying to drop to it. My body's feeling hungry. It's like, oh, I want to eat this, I want to eat snacks, I want to eat like all this craving and stuff. But also it's because I've been really not eating consistently, or not that I'm not eating consistently. It's just I don't have a set schedule at the moment. I used to have more of a set schedule, like, oh, eat with this, eat that, and then, but now it's kind of like, eat if I feel, oh my goodness, excuse me, eat within this time frame, but not anymore. Right now it's just kind of like, eat, okay, I feel okay, and then relax for a bit. But, it's my camera a little off. Anyways, yeah, I just had to fix my camera a little bit, make sure that it's kind of somewhat correct. Alright, but yeah, as I'm dropping weight, feeling a little bit more hungry, wanting to eat some more things, but of course, I'm trying to drop weight, and then I can maintain weight, things like that. But today, work on music, of course, and then gonna head out to Rise for a meeting with the volunteers and things like that, making sure we know what's going to be happening this week and next week and the weekends coming up. Right now it's Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, I believe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, getting things done. So exciting stuff. Making sure I'm using the most of my time. Yesterday, today I might, I'm not sure if I'll do it today, but I kind of feel like I want to do a dancing choreo video again. I might do it today, but maybe not if I want to hop on my music. Let's see. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to hop on my music. If I feel like I'm progressing well, then I'll keep doing my music. If I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere, then I'll probably switch it up, go hop on some choreo, some music, some singing, some dancing, and like record a video or something. Depends on how much I'm getting done with my music. If I'm really slow on it, then I'll switch what's it called? I forgot what that word is, but switching, not ideas, but like switching my workflow. Like if that really isn't getting anywhere, then I'll switch to a different thing, and then I'll come back to it, basically. Of course, I want to sit down and do my music, and everything's been going well. And the work that I did yesterday got me very excited for the song that I'm trying to make, and it's just a matter of sitting down, making the lyrics, understanding how it flows like, and then of course this one and the other one that I made before. So there's Spicy Love, and this one I'll probably call it. I don't know what I'm calling it. I'm not sure yet. But the first one of my originals I'm making is called Spicy Love, and it's going to be. I got all the lyrics set down already. I just need to refine everything, like make sure I know what it's gonna sound like how I want it to sound like, and then get the melody down so that I can practice it a lot more and be more on key and hit things specifically. But I'll do that with the piano, make sure I have all the keys down. But there's that song, and there's this song that I'm making right now, which I need to make the lyrics for, and then once I made the lyrics for, I had to do the same thing that I did for Spicy Love too. But that's basically the process I'm gonna go through, because I still need a lot of training on the voice and the singing, making sure that's amazing, because I have a long way to go, and it sounds okay, but it's not good enough, like the vocals and the words, it's all okay, but it could be a lot better. And for me to be better, I need to first establish the lyrics, and then once I establish the lyrics, I need to establish how I want them to be sounding, how I want them to hit, and then try to match what I'm thinking in my head to what I'm sounding like, and match those two avenues, and then be able to record it and sound exactly how I want it to sound, and be able to play it back to me and hear exactly what I want it to sound like, hear exactly how I want it to hear like. So it's back and forth in terms of just understanding what I hear in my head, what's being recorded, and what's being played back, and how it sounds like. So there's a lot of things that I need to fix on that, but it's just more so the technical things. I'm not a strong singer, so it's not like it's perfect when I do it. So I need to make sure, or I want to practice it, and also make sure that I know exactly what I want it to be, and then that way I can not replicate it, but that way, replicate it, or that way I can do it every time at will. I don't have to sit and wait. I can just do make the song, or sing the verse exactly how I wanted to sing it and how it sounds like in my head. Oh, excuse me. But it's just a matter of understanding that, and like I said, I'm not a strong singer, so it's a matter of literally matching the two, like what it sounds like in my head, what I want it to sound like, and what it actually comes out as. what I wanted to sound like in my head, what it actually is, and what I wanted to sound like. So it's like trying to align them like that. Like I might have an idea, but maybe I don't execute it right, and then it doesn't come out right. Or maybe I have an idea, I execute it right, but it doesn't come out exactly right. Or so there's a lot of things I have to match up so that it can sound good. So there's a lot of things that I need to do in terms of that. And then on top of that too, once I get the singing down, oh gosh, excuse me. Once I get the singing down, I want to put dancing on top of it too, like a choreo, a set, a routine. So I'm just like, yeah, that's gonna take me a bit, because it is a part of what I want to do is to sing and dance, and I think it'll be really cool to actually have that more. But it's a matter of aligning all those avenues and making sure that it's nice. I would say that at this moment I'm definitely a way stronger dancer than I am a singer, but that by no means that I am a strong dancer at all. That just means that my dancing is better than my singing, but they're still both needs a lot of improvement. Like they both still need a lot of improvement, but if I was to pick which one was better, then my dancing would definitely be better. Just flow, but they both need a lot of work, and before I am like amazing at it, where I'm okay enough to where I feel comfortable on stage, but not okay enough to where, if I actually had to perform something in front of a large crowd, then I won't be that amazing. I'll be passable, maybe or very amateur, but passable. But it wouldn't be like life changing, or it wouldn't be like eye catching, eye catching. It wouldn't be as attention grabbing too, where it's like, oh, dang, that's clean, or oh, dang, they sing nice and they dance. So it wouldn't be catchy. It would be like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Just like a kind of like, oh, okay, kind of like, oh, that's kind of nice. I feel like I'm like at that stage right now where it's just like, oh, okay, that's kind of nice, but it's not like oh, dang, that's hella clean, or dang, that's eye catching. So it's like, I'm not there yet, and then I need a lot to work on, like singing and the dancing, and putting them together, or working on them separately, and also working them together when I finally do have them better individually. Of course, it's nice that I'm even able to like try to pull all my skills together, all these ideas together, and put them into one thing. But it's definitely, I'm definitely not talented in it, but definitely the want to do it, and the will, and the work to really sit there and just grind it out and do it, even if I'm not great at it, and to try to be better, and to be critical of myself, and to take it one step at a time. I think that's definitely the most important thing to doing this. If you do want to do something like this, where you want to sing, dance, or other things that are like in certain that avenue where you're not talented in it, and there's so many more talented people about doing it, but you just know that it's something you want to do, and that there's nothing else you really want to do in life. So it's like, yeah, you work hard at it, and practice, and practice makes perfect. So it's like, don't sweat too much about not being the greatest at the start. It's more about who's gonna make it to the end. And it's like, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, sort of thing, where it's like, yeah, they might have beat me in like a sprint, they got further than I did, but I'm trying to run the marathon. I'm trying to get, to where I want to get to at a good pace, and before you know it, I'll catch up to them, I'll pass them, etc., etc. But you never know. Some people are crazy where they can just sprint all the way through the marathon. You just never know. But all I'm trying to say in that analogy is that it's okay if people are faster than you, if people are better than you, or people will just get there before you. But it's all about you. What's your journey, and and if you're gonna make there or not depends on you, and your pace and your marathon. Even if you're not the first to finish the marathon, you still got to the finish line. You didn't finish the marathon top 10, but you did finish the marathon. And that's something they can be proud of. And that's like, once that's done, they can get to the next step. Maybe next time you can go faster, or maybe once you finish that, you realize a lot of things you can correct, there's always more things to work on, and you never know just how far you can take things. And you never know what doors open for you once you pass that. Once you finish the marathon, you just never know what doors will open for you, just for passing the marathon. With that analogy, So, yeah, hopefully that's an analogy, something that you can keep in mind when you're working on your things. Of course, it's easier said than done, and there's a lot of hard work ahead if you're those are avenues you want to pursue. So there's a lot of things that happen, and like it's not as easy as it might sound. But if you truly want to do something, you truly believe in it, then take it one step at a time and you'll get there, sort of thing. Yeah, but there's that. Let's see what else I can talk about. I do have some of my notes here as I'm looking at it. Yeah. I think those are all the points that I had at the moment. But is there anything I could talk about else? Of course, as I fix my AC compressor and also checking my finances, I'm like, just gotta make sure that everything's in order, and that I won't be scraping by just because I'm need to be careful, because I'm like just right there on the cusp of scraping by. So I gotta make sure that everything's in order with bills, payments, and like making sure that I'm having something coming in. Yeah, just making sure my finances are in order. So like that's part of being an adult, that you're not just scraping by, or you're understanding how much you're spending, what you can spend, what you can't spend, and just understanding how to save money, or like how to hold on to money, or how to do your payments, and just making sure that you're not in trouble. So that's part of being an adult. It's part of like making sure that everything's okay, that you're not just like spending. And you're like, oh, now I need money, now I'm actually like in the red and I really need help. So you just gotta make sure everything's okay in that sense. Yeah, but that's basically it. That's all the boring stuff about being an adult. All the more serious, not serious or serious, but also all the more things to keep in mind. But yeah, one thing I did notice though, kind of fun, is that I'm kind of boring. Not that I am boring, but it's just kind of like one of the things that made me think that is because, okay, so there's like a party, or like a birthday party, right? And we're kind of throwing balloons, but I'm just not throwing balloons. I'm just like I'm kind of feel like I can throw balloons, but I kind of don't want to. Not that I don't want to have fun, or I don't want to throw balloons back and forth. It's just that I'm just like it's not as I feel like it's I'll be too mean, or like I feel like it is fun, but it's also like it's kind of like unless everybody's doing it, and if then it's not really that fun, or is the unless everybody's that's kind of participating in balloon fights, then I don't really feel right to just balloon fight with just a handful of people. It doesn't feel right. Unless the handful of people is everybody, then cool, I'm down. But if it's like a handful of people are balloon fighting and the rest of everybody is not, then I kind of feel like I kind of don't want to, or like I kind of feel like it's kind of not awkward, but it's like I'm okay, thank you, but it's okay. But I don't know. That's kind of like I'm starting to think like, yeah, I think I'm a little bit boring, or like not that I can't play. It's just that it's when do we stop, or when does it? Cause like we can have fun for so much, but then like at some point it's gonna have to stop, or it's gonna have to die down. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure where that feeling is, and you just never know when to keep playing, when to stop playing. So I'm just like, I'm okay. Something like that. Does that kind of make sense? Because I find myself that I'm like, yeah, I do kind of want to play, but I'm also like, do I really though? Or like, it's just us, and it's like I don't really feel like it, or like I feel like nah, it's not the right timing for it, or like I don't know, it's kind of hectic for everybody. I don't know. Well, I don't know. All I know is that when I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of boring. Even though I kind of wanted to play too, I'm just like, yeah, it's not me though. Unless everybody's doing it, unless everybody's playing, playing water balloon flies, or doing that. If it's just me, then I'm just like, yeah, it's not that fun. If it's just me, I'm just like, yeah, no, no. I don't know. Does that make me boring? I feel like that makes me kind of boring. But I'm just like, oh, I can't just have fun. It's not that I can't just have fun. It's just like, uh, eh, eh. I don't know. Anyways, that's just because I'm getting too old. I'm not even old though. I'm like in my mid-20s. I'm gonna be in my mid-20s, or I'm in my mid-20s. Gonna be 25 in December. But look at that. I'm getting up there. I'm getting so old. I'm getting up there. I'm gonna be. What made me realize this too is like in the Spider-Man game, in the I believe Amazing Spider-Man in the PS4 game, is that Spider-Man is actually in that game. Peter Parker is actually 25, and I'm like, oh, well, that's about me and the age I'm gonna get up to. I'm like, oh, well, Peter Parker 25 is already doing all these things. I'm like, oh, well, look at that. Starting to put some perspective on it. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting up there, and also like everybody around me who's doing what, and like how everybody's progressing. But I'm also like, don't worry too much about it. Don't try to put my progress with everybody else's progress and things like that. Everybody starts at a different spot. Everybody progresses different. Everybody's journey is different. So I try not to compare myself too much. So but just kind of put more into perspective. Like, hell yeah, getting up there, getting things done. Time waits for no one, and make the most of the time that you do have now. Before you know it, you'll be, in your 30s, your 40s, etc., etc. So make the most of the time you have now, and take your opportunities, and don't live the life you want, kind of a thing. Of course, there's certain limitations too, but by what I mean by that is just like live the life you want, as in like, don't restrict yourself from trying to live your best life. Sometimes, of course, there's limits. Like, don't be like, taking things for granted, or don't be like, doing things that you can't take back. Don't break the laws and things like that, of course. But anyways, that's kind of a boring topic, or that's just me rambling on about age and growing up and everything. But of course, I think even though I'm old, there's still like a long life ahead. Assuming I live to 100, there's still 80 years left in my life. So it's like, I haven't been alive that long. I've been alive long enough, just not long enough. So assuming I live to 80s and things like that, you just never know. With progression, technology, it's very, very exciting stuff. I will say though, I'm very excited for so excuse me. There's this horror game. I believe it's called something protocol. It starts with a C. Something protocol. Or C protocol, so that. Where it's like the developers of the game Dead Space, they made that game, and it's literally kind of like basically it's like a reskin of Dead Space, but Dead Space is its own franchise and it's belonged to EA, and this protocol game made by the same developers but in a different universe with a different franchise, but it's basically kind of like Dead Space basically. Especially with what they showed us in like the game, the trailers and things. It's like, yeah, it's definitely very Dead Space, but it's very cool. I'm very excited for it because I want to watch what the story is, and also it could bring more stuff into horror games, because there was so much potential in Dead Space, but after the third game basically it died. But there's a lot of potential in Dead Space, and now that this game's coming out, and like the creators are the same people that made Dead Space, but also now they have a lot more creative freedom. It's a lot of opportunity to bring different dynamics into horror and reignite people's passion for horror, survival horror, and things like that. Kind of like how Resident Evil came out, like Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil Remake and things like that. How that made people more excited about horror and survival horror and things like that, and that kind of genre, and that survival horror and those kind of genre games always has a special place in my heart, because it just takes me back to a time when I was younger and I was just watching my brothers play because I was too afraid to play, and just being able to enjoy the horror game and the horror aspects of it with my brothers, and we're just like enjoying the game, literally just us sitting playing our PlayStation, or playing like our PlayStation, and we're just watching like our brother play, or me and my middle brother just watching our oldest play, or me and my oldest watching my middle brother play. And I don't really play because I get too scared, but it just takes me back to that time where we can just sit down as kids and just enjoy the game and just watch them play and react to it the same, and just like have fun and have a good time. And it takes me back to those moments, and it makes me feel very nice, and it makes me feel really warm. It makes me feel very nostalgic. So survival horror will always hold a special place in my heart. And the reason I bring up this C Protocol game is that it's survival horror. It's Dead Space. It's not Dead Space, but it's kind of like Dead Space, and it's has a special place in my heart. Hopefully, we have more games like that and that kind of survival horror genre, and also that watching this streamer called Elijah. Hopefully, most likely he's gonna play it, and it'll be really nice to just see him play it. He's a pretty cool streamer, and also I've been following him a bit, so I was like, oh yeah. Seeing him react to it, play it, and, he plays it. He plays the game how I would like to play it, or like how I would like to enjoy it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's watch it. So that's very exciting, and of course the whole nostalgic thing too. So it's always has a special place for me, and it makes me feel very nice when I watch those kind of games and things like that. So I'm kind of excited for the game. Not that I'll play it myself, but I'm just excited that it's coming out, and I'll be able to see what it got and what it can bring to the table. And hopefully it inspires new games, and also a new generation of people who like enjoy survival horrors. But yeah, I'm feeling very nostalgic talking about that. I'm close to out of time. I have I think 3 minutes left. But thank you so much for coming through, listening to this podcast. I don't know if you come this far, but if you do, I'm very grateful for that. But if anything, I do want to post. I'm gonna post more often, record in the morning, things that. It's just a matter of getting up. It's just that once I get up, I'm just like, I don't really feel like jumping on my podcast right now because I want to do this, do that, play my games, or I want to wake up a little bit more before I get going. But I think now it's just like, I think tomorrow what I'm going to do when I wake up, just hop straight to my podcast. You're going to see a really tired me, a really sleepy, a really not really ready for the day me. Because I need like an hour or two to just just start my engine. I need like an hour or two of just sitting or playing games or just relaxing for me to have my day started. I need like an hour or two for me to just get started. Because like after I wake up, I'm not even up yet. I'm not up yet. I'm still kind of drowsy. I'm still kind of like, trying to get out of that bed mentality, like falling asleep or thing. So it takes me about an hour or two for me to just get out of that. I'm just like, okay, I'm ready for the day. Let's go. Be in this kind of high energy, the attitude, and like the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I do my things. But anyways, the point is that I'm gonna do that for tomorrow's episode, and you're gonna see a me that is quite tired. So if you come this far, there's my little message for you. Yeah, I look forward to what's next, and I'm very excited for what's to come, and hopefully I get a lot of music done today. If not, you'll hear more about it tomorrow, but I do believe I can. It's just a matter of being disciplined and telling myself to sit down and really do this and zone out everything, zone out my socials, so zone out my like YouTube and stuff, and just sit down and listen to music, record stuff, and making sure that, because part of it is also that I'm afraid of making mistakes, so I'm afraid of not being perfect. I'm recording something, I'm afraid that's not going to be perfect. But of course it's not going to be perfect, but I need to record it anyway. So we just got to get over that kind of fear, that kind of hesitation. Because if I haven't done it yet, then there's no fear of that making that mistake or making it not perfect. But if I've done it, then that means I'm kind of scared that it is imperfect and that I have to do it multiple times. And that's exactly it. Don't be afraid to do it multiple times, and don't be afraid to to keep practicing it, to keep recording, to make mistakes, to fail, and to record multiple takes. It's okay. So I just need to get over that small little hump. I don't really know why I have that, but it's like, yeah, dude, it's okay. Just start recording and just keep going. And if you make mistakes, just keep going. You'll get better. Just keep doing it. So that's the mentality I need to push into my head. All right, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow with episode 16 of Live Well Sleep Well. Today has been episode 15 Live Well Sleep Well. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.